Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bill Levinson, managing partner with Levinson and Associates. With me today, we have the Joseph Lochran, our marketing vice president. And that is it. So me and Joe are going to dive into everything today. I just want to give you, I like to say, the 100-foot overview. And I don't want to use that term loosely in any means, but we want to make sure that everyone is aware of a few things in our industry that's going on today, and some of the trends that we're seeing. Yes, in underwriting, turnaround time, which is what we're talking about today, and then a few other areas that we've been seeing popping up recently. So, it's our job, and me, Joe, Carrie, and the rest of our team here at Levinson, we take this very serious. And years ago, basically, an IMO had to go out and provide, good commissions and good product and good service, and they were successful. But these days, it takes much more than those three things, and we take this very serious, like I said, and we know it's our job not only to provide those three things, but to make sure our agents know what's going on in the industry, what to be aware of, give you some known facts, okay, and statistics. So when your client brings up a certain product or piece of technology, that you're aware of what's going on, what's hot, what's not. So we look at it like, you're basically the military going out there, you're pounding the pavement, and it's our job to make sure that you have all of the right tools in your toolbox and your ammunition box is full. And that's exactly why we spend an hour on these weekly webinars, okay? So you are in the loop and you know everything that's going on. So when your client brings up a certain subject, topic, product, technology, you are in the know. So long story short, straight to the point. So real quick, I'm going to talk about a couple things that are going on today, so you're aware, things to keep your eyes open and peeled and make sure that you know the facts. So real quick, yes, today we're talking about new technology in underwriting, and we have some exclusive products that literally will give you decisions within 24 hours, okay? And that's with permanent products, term, return of premium, critical illness, disability, accident, basically all of the above. And the best part is, okay, years ago, it was basically, hey, Bill, do you want to write a non-med term for your client? And if Bill and the client said yes, then that client would pay like 20 to 40% higher premium for that convenience, okay? Well, those days are over now. So we have some great stuff to talk about. Take out a pen and paper and please jot down any notes, questions, anything that you want us to circle back on, okay, towards the end, or if you want to call or email one of our marketers as soon as we hang up, that's fine too, but we want to hear feedback, good, bad, indifferent. That's how we were created in a nutshell. That's how Levinson became where we are and what we are today. So yes, we appreciate that. If anything, just shoot me an email or, like I said, call any time, but feel free. We want to know your thoughts, questions, comments. Okay, so before we dive in, just a couple other things that we're seeing and hearing lately more and more, and you need to be aware. First one, we're seeing kind of a black eye in our industry recently, okay? And I've been in this business now over 20 years, Carrie over 40 years, together between me, Joe, and Carrie over 70 years, okay? And what we're seeing lately is a lot of agencies out there, okay? They're marketing themselves with these very high commission levels, okay? And the way it works, they'll say, oh yeah, come to us and you'll get this 200% contract. And what happens is a lot of times, most times, because we all know there's no such thing as a 200% contract, the agent calls and they say, oh yeah, I'll give you 200% with the Coral Springs Insurance Company contract. Well, meanwhile, there's no such thing as a Coral Springs insurance company contract or product. They use that for the hook. Next thing you know, you call and you start saying, well, what is the commission level, say, with Banner Life or AIG or a more traditional company? And turns out the commissions are basically half of what, say, Levinson is offering, for example. So be careful with that. Another thing that we're seeing lately is, in the past, it was always known that if an agent wanted a release, okay, 9 out of 10 times, the agent will get the release from either us or, let's say, another IMO. We never had a problem in the past. In fact, we will put this in writing. We will release any agent at any time with any carrier for whatever the reason is, okay, point blank, black and white. Very simple, no questions asked, as long as there's not a debt or they had, let's say, a case lapse where they owe us and the carrier money. So obviously that's a different story. But what we're seeing now is agents that are saying, hey, Bill, we want to come on board. We love what you guys are doing and your tools. And we say, okay, great. They send in a contract, okay, everything's fine. Next thing you know, they're tied up with ABC Financial, and we call ABC to get the release, and they say, nope, it is our decision to not release the agent for 6 months. So you have to be very, very careful for what you're seeing and hearing out there in the field with these crazy commission contracts. Ask, even if, yes, obviously we want your business and contracts, and we hope that we've earned that, but even if you go outside of us, no problem. Make sure that the company will give you a release at any time for any reason. Have them put it in writing, because what we're seeing now are these agents handcuffed, and it reminds me of like the captive career days. But the difference is now this is an independent agent. There is no reason or excuse that an IMO or agency needs to handcuff these agents for no reason. So be very, very careful. The last thing is just one other item I want to mention is we're seeing a lot of agencies that they're marketing online. And be careful for, A, what you see, what you're hearing, and who you're doing business with. These days with the internet, it's all free marketing. And you see, you know, ABC Financial, and they say, oh, yeah, we've been doing this for 50 years. And meanwhile, they don't have a real website, okay, or the website's linked to someone else. Okay, and what we're hearing and seeing now are these huge multi-level marketing groups. Okay, and what happens is you being the agent, you're like 8 to 10 to 20 levels down in some cases from the real IMO. Okay, so what does that tell you? If there's 8 levels above you, that means there are 8 people that are taking their piece of the commission pie away from you, and you are getting buried on your comp payout and service. Especially service, because then if you need to get something to the home office, by the time it goes through 8 different sets of hands, okay, a month has gone by, if it even makes it to where it was supposed to go. So be very careful of these multi-level marketing groups. They're all over the place. I don't want to mention any names, okay, out of respect to our competitors, but make sure, okay, if it's us, obviously we deal direct with the carriers, but even if it's a contract outside of Levinson, make sure it's direct with the company and there's not 8 levels above you. Very, very important, okay? So jot this stuff down. I wanted to mention it because we're hearing and seeing this more and more, and it's a shame when we have to go back to an agent and say, hey, you're stuck with the IMO that you've been working with for the next 6 months if you don't write another piece of business. So I would obviously complain to the state commissioner, but that to me, that's not acceptable, and that's not the way that we do business. So just want to point that out. All right, without further ado, let's jump right into today's presentation. Okay, so real quickly, you know, we have developed a exclusive Sell While You Sleep product, and we have some exclusive products that sit on the Sell While You Sleep platform. And in a nutshell, what that means is if you have a website, if you're marketing on social media through e-blasts, you can literally send out an email to your prospects, okay? They can jump on your website or your link. They can run quotes for about 10 different insurance products. And if they say, oh, you know, the critical illness insurance at $22 a month looks great, they can click sign up now and get an instant approval same day. So we are in the process of finalizing the platform. We have it up and running today, but it's not finalized. We'll have everything 100% in the next probably about 6 to 10 weeks. It will be finalized. But even right now, today, we have a handful of products on that platform. It's something that we built. I'm sure you have heard about, especially just recently, Prudential came out with a direct-to-consumer platform. It's been done for many, many years now. AIG Direct has a platform. And you know, you can say to yourself, oh, you know, I'm starting to see the insurance companies going direct to our prospects and clients, and that's not a good feeling, and I don't know why this is happening. But, you know, the truth is, and these are facts, A, this has been done for years. It does not work great. And the reason why is what's happening is, let's say AIG Direct or even Prudential for that matter, is marketing, let's say, to a client. The problem is the client will only have access and a quote from that specific carrier and product. So there's no way for the client to say, okay, well, I'm seeing a quote from AIG, but how do I know, let's say, Banner or Pac Life or Foresters is not less expensive, right? There's no way to know. So it's always better that the consumer, prospect client, right, is working with you, the independent agent, that can show all of the top carriers and products to make sure that that client gets the best bang for the buck. So that's exactly why we developed the Sell While You Sleep platform. And the reasoning behind it is so you can go direct to consumer, still get paid your full commission and renewals, okay? But like they say, the younger generation, the millennials, all want to go online. Fine. The way I look at it, let them go to your website, run a quote, sign up online through your website where you still get paid full commissions. So anyway, that's Sell While You Sleep in a nutshell. We have a handful of products today. In about 8 to 10 weeks, I would say, roughly, we're going to have 10 different insurance products available, all client-driven, all approved within 24 hours. So really, really cool stuff. It's only available through us. Okay, here we are, first week of September. I'm sure you've already saw our August cover story in Insurance Newsnet. We are so proud of this. I know it's on our website. You probably saw our email blast. It's on different agent forums. But I just want to say one thing. The reason why we wanted to show this today is just to thank you once again for your business, because we would never be in this position today with almost 15,000 agents in every city in the U.S. if it wasn't for you, our agents out there in the field. So a heartfelt thank you to all that are listening today and all that are listening through YouTube or live webcast. So we appreciate your dedication to Levinson, and again, we'll do anything for you. So any issues, roadblocks, please don't hesitate to reach out to myself, Carrie, Joe. Okay, moving forward real quick, we're going to go into Agency Automator version 2.0. And the reason why this is important is because I just mentioned that Sell While You Sleep platform where hopefully you're going to drive traffic to your website so clients, right, prospects, or even let's say your existing book of business, they want to refer their children and grandchildren to you, but the problem is they're not used to just picking up the phone to calling Bill Levinson, the life insurance agent. No, they want to go on Bill's website. They want to run a quote on Bill's website. They want to sign up with an e-app. They don't even want to talk to Bill Levinson, the life insurance agent, right? Because everything's done on your cell phone nowadays. Great, okay? We have literally did all of the homework for you to make sure that you are current and relevant and you can relate to your clients' children and grandchildren, okay? Very important. That's where Agency Automator falls into play. So real quick, you better make sure that you have a nice professional website up and running. This is your new brick and mortar, right? We all know how that works. So we have the free website builder that is part of this platform, okay? long story short, you jump online. As long as you're an active agent with us, there's no premium requirement. You get your free website builder and a free CRM tool, okay? So it's a $9.95 hosting charge, very inexpensive. We pay for everything else. So please make sure to have your website up and running, and the CRM tool is just so you can drip on your clients and prospects to keep your name out there. And let's say send out your monthly newsletters, happy birthday, happy anniversary emails, whatever the case is, you have to keep your name out there. I'm not going to go back over that. We all know how important that is these days, okay? Like it or not, that is what is happening right under our noses. So we have to make sure that we have the latest technology and that we're being proactive to keep our picture, name, carrier name out there in front of everybody that we know. So that's where you're going to use your CRM tool and obviously your website, because that's where you're going to drive traffic. Agency Automator Plus on the top there, that graphic about 12 o'clock, that is where you're going to go if you want to recruit agents and build your own downline. Okay, very neat stuff there. Just moving forward, about 2 o'clock, we have a virtual assistant. Now, if you say to us, you know, Bill, I love what you guys are doing, but I want to focus on knocking on doors, cold calling. I'm very busy visiting my clients, and I also work with employers and groups. Great. We now have a virtual assistant that will do all of this marketing for you. They will even call all of your clients and prospects and invite them to a local breakfast meeting or let's say a seminar or webinar or an online meeting or a Starbucks meeting tomorrow at 2 p.m. Whatever the case is, the virtual assistant will do everything for you. They are very familiar with all of our technology and the pricing on this. So we pay for part of it. It's a co-op deal. The pricing is literally pennies on the dollar compared to a real live assistant that you would hire in your office. So take advantage of this stuff. Moving forward about 3 o'clock there, if we're going clockwise, it's called AssureWorks. That's our new target marketing tool. If you're not using this by now, please jump on board. So again, co-op platform. We are having a full training webinar just on this platform, so you can keep your eyes peeled for that. I'll just give you the quick 100-foot overview, as I like to say. So the way that this works, AssureWorks, target marketing, just think about, and I know I brought this up on the last few webinars, but it's so important. If you go online today and you go build a brand new Ford Explorer on the Ford.com website, okay, here's what's going to happen. You're going to build it online and you're going to pick, you know, navy blue with white leather interior and the wood grain dashboard, and the final price is $32,145, let's just say, okay? Now, next thing you know, you're going to go on Google or Bing or on ESPN.com to see a local basketball score, whatever the case is, and that same Ford Explorer with the price is going to follow you everywhere you go online, either through your desktop, your smartphone, and you're going to see it, and you're going to say to yourself, oh my gosh, this is so crazy. How did Ford know that I went on the ESPN website or that I went on the Bing search engine to look up lawnmowers in Coral Springs? Well, think about how that works, and you can try it tonight if you don't believe me, okay? Go out and go to Amazon, for example, and pull up dog food and pick a certain brand and product, and you're going to see that dog food's going to follow you everywhere for the next at least a week to 4 weeks. Think about that concept, but for life insurance, okay? So the way it works now, everybody in the zip code that you choose, let's say 33067, goes online and they look at a life insurance, long-term care, investment article, or they run a certain quote, or look at any relevant searches that have to do with insurance products or investing. What's going to happen for 1 month is your ad is going to pop up. Instead of the Ford Explorer, it's going to say Bill Levinson, the local life insurance agent, with a picture of me and, of course, my website that they can click on, which is going to drive traffic back to my website where they can run a quote, they can sign up online, or they can request an appointment or meeting. So that's the way it's designed to work. The second part is called the Sphere. And the way that this works, you upload up to 1,000 of your friends, contacts, neighbors, business associates. And now what happens, all of those people in your sphere, every time they go online, they're going to see your ad for 30 days pop up in the right-hand corner of their screen. So if you brought up life insurance to them at one point, now they're going to see your ad again, and that says, hey, Bill Levinson, local life insurance agent, click here to run a quote. Hopefully, they click on your website, run a quote, make the appointment, sale is done, you just won. At the end of every month, you're going to get a report that says how many people clicked on your ad, how many people clicked through to your site and ran a quote. So everything is itemized at the end of every month. Anyway, this is huge in the real estate industry. We just brought this over to the insurance side. It is going to be huge. So make sure you check that out. It's called AsureWorks, only available through Levinson right now. So very, very exciting stuff. All right, let's get down to the nitty gritty here. Same day issue. That's why we're all here today. So like I said earlier, with all of these latest technology advancements, now most of the carriers have different underwriting platforms that use a system called LexisNexis, basically an online point system that runs through MIB, MVR, prescription check, and this LexisNexis point system. And basically what that means is, as long as there's no red flags and the client's information, whatever they put on that e-application, lines up with what they're seeing through this platform, as long as there's no issues, they will turn around within 24 hours. And what's needed is you get the same great products and great rates that if you waited a month or 6 weeks and it was a fully underwritten old school product. So this stuff is awesome. So if you want to see everything in a nutshell, go to our website, okay? If you hover over marketing, it'll say simplified issue non-med plans like you're looking at in front of you. All of the products, face amounts, issue ages, e-app status, everything will pop up in front of you, and you can dive into every single product to make sure that you understand what to speak to your client about. So we made it very, very easy. Now, what Joe's going to do now is take the wheel, and he's going to show you, okay, first of all, our automated underwriting platform. Then he's going to dive into the actual products that are turning around same day. And the commissions are great. Premiums are great. There's no gray area, no small print. So make sure to take out your pen and paper and jot down these carrier names. Joe, you there?
Yeah, thanks, Bill. Appreciate that. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here. We'll really dive into some of those carriers that have that 24-hour approval. But first, I want to mention one of our online underwriting tools, which is called X-Ray. This is really, really helpful when it comes to underwriting and looking at, hey, which carriers are going to approve same day, which carriers are going to take 24 to 48 hours to approve. A lot of times, I want to be very clear, these products are not guaranteed issue, but a lot of times if you have a client with a certain medical issue, obviously one carrier might be better than the rest, and that's really the point of why we have X-Ray. So what I'm going to run through here is just a quick overview of how that platform works. This is a screenshot of carrylevinson.com. Underneath our underwriting tab, you'll see there's a button called X-Ray. You simply click on that X-Ray button, and you can then click on the button that says Launch X-Ray. And what this system does is it allows you to actually enter in your client's information, of course, the height and weight, date of birth, what type of coverage you're looking for, any family history, blood pressure, cholesterol, and then you can actually dive a little bit deeper, enter in any medical information that you have. Let's say my client has a history of anxiety, they're on a couple medications. I can enter in all that information into the system. And what the system will do is it will actually kind of act as an underwriter. It will ask me, okay, when was the client diagnosed? What medications are they on? Have they ever been hospitalized? All the questions that an actual underwriter at the home office is going to ask of you to be able to give you an underwriting offer. So you run through this system, literally takes about 2 to 3 minutes. By the time you're done entering in all that client's medical information, this X-Ray software is going to actually not only tell you which carriers are going to approve your client. They're going to tell you what that rating is, and then based on the product you choose, they're actually going to tell you the price. What's really neat about this system is you are actually assigned a case ID number. In this example, it's 2311. What I can do as an agent is I can go out, tell the client, look, I've informally shopped the entire marketplace for you. The best scenario here is going to be American General at Table C. Here's the premium. Let's go take an application. When you submit that application to our office, you actually attach that X-ray ID so that when we send it up to the underwriter, they know we've already pre-screened this client. They've already tentatively been approved through this X-ray software that they can actually see on their end. So a really, really great system, especially if there's a lot of comorbidity issues going on. That client can actually get that tentative offer and that risk assessment done beforehand. It really will avoid all the table ratings and the declines that you have down the road and really save you a lot of time. So that's available at no cost. We actually cover the cost for every single agent that has access through that CarrieLevinson.com website. So if you haven't used X-Ray, definitely check it out. Great system, very easy to use. It's going to save you a lot of time. One of the other great tech tools that's available on the website that unfortunately a lot of agents don't know about is this tool called e-requirement. And we actually sent out an email about a week and a half ago, about a new announcement for e-requirement because American General and SBLI were just added to that platform. But basically what this tool allows you to do is really kind of shorten the distance from application to commission. And the way it does that is, everyone's heard of e-applications and drop tickets and e-submissions. And once you do that e-application, it saves you a lot of time. I think everyone will agree that information gets right into the carrier. They start underwriting, but sometimes questions come up during underwriting. So they might say, oh, we saw your client, as a skydiver, or maybe they scuba dive, or there's a history of some sort of drug usage or travel usage, and maybe foreign travel. So those forms are going to be additional underwriting requirements. This e-requirement tool allows you to actually submit those to the client electronically and get an e-signature, just like you would on a DocuSign type of platform, but it's actually carrier approved, and it houses all the documents of every single one of those carriers. So you simply go to the website, you go to agent tools, you click on e-requirement, you enter in that basic product, that form you're needed, and then you can actually send it right to that client. So it saves a lot of time. Imagine just being able to do that e-submission process and then hit submit versus having to print the form, bring it to the client, get it signed, send it back to our office, and then of course we would then fax or email that to the carrier. You can actually do that entire process in about 10 minutes using e-requirement. So a really, really great tool. I'll make sure that we send out a flyer to everyone after the call with that additional information. So now I'm going to dive into some specific product information here. We've kind of looked at the entire portfolio, looked at our experience and the agent's experience with the different products, and kind of broken it down by different product categories. So the first one I'm going to cover here is on the critical illness option. So of course we have a consumer-driven e-app with these products, and the average approval is within 24 hours. The top one you see is actually Carl Bankers Life. This is actually a guaranteed issue critical illness product, goes up to $15,000 of benefit. So if your client gets that heart attack, stroke, invasive cancer, they're going to get that check for $15,000. There's some other options here. If it's in situ, maybe skin cancer or major heart surgery, they get a lesser benefit. There's also some benefits for some different skin cancer options. So a really great product. Again, very quick, very easy. It is guaranteed issue for critical illness, which is kind of hard to find in today's marketplace. On the bottom there, we have Metal Gap, which is from IHC, issued all the way up to age 64. And this is another guaranteed issue critical illness product that actually goes up to $7,500 of benefit. Bill mentioned some new Sell While You Sleep products that are rolling out in a couple weeks. You'll see some really neat critical illness products that'll be kind of launched when we kind of dive into that platform and expand it. So for right now, these are really simple, easy to use products. Since they are guaranteed issue, the underwriting is extremely fast. In fact, there really is no underwriting. It's basically filling out the application and getting approved instantly. So great critical illness options. I'm going to move on to Index Universal Life. Most IUL carriers that we have, the underwriting is a little bit lengthier, but this carrier in particular, American National, which happens to be one of our scholarship approved carriers, allows you to actually write their IUL product on a non-med platform up to $1 million of coverage, which is really, really great. You can actually do an e-application on the carrier's website and get an approval the same day for all their products, including this IUL option. So You can see issue ages up to 85, minimum death benefit 25,000, which is great. If we're doing option B on an increasing death benefit, or even option C, which is return of premium, we can really overfund that product. One thing I will mention about American National is that underwriting process they have is very, very quick, very, very simple. Using that LexisNexis platform, we can get underwriters to actually give us an answer most of the time the same day. And in most of the cases, if they fly through that underwriting process, they're not even really being touched by a live underwriter. They're going through an automated process and getting us that approval. All these ANICO come with living benefits. You've got chronic critical illness included at no additional cost, which is a really, really great benefit to be able to add living benefits on top of that IUL product. My next category here is universal life options. Of course, American National, like I mentioned, they have that streamlined underwriting up to $1 million on all their products, including the GUL product. Like I mentioned, included at no cost, the inherent riders. You've got terminal, critical, chronic, and they even have a cash out rider that's built into that platform. Now, what that means is, even though you're buying a guaranteed universal life product that might be guaranteed at 90, 95, 100, all the way up to 121, and you're paying very, very minimal premiums, there's not much cash value growth, they do have a cash out rider that actually gives client access to a portion of return of premium in the 15th, 20th, or 25th year. So they have an option to choose getting their money back out of that policy when it comes to premium versus other GUL products that might not have any cash value whatsoever. On the bottom here, Sagicor Life. Sagicor Life really, really made a big splash this year with their accelerated underwriting program. We can go all the way up to $1 million of coverage. Their GUL product is issued up to age 85. Of course, their non-med platform cuts off at 65. What I love about Sagicor Life is if you do the e-application through their website, of course, there's no telephone interview. You can do that e-app online, and they give you an underwriting decision in usually about 2 minutes. So you can literally be on the phone with your client, have them do the application, actually do an e-signature through email, and then before you even have to hang up that phone call, you can tell that client, congratulations, you've been approved for that universal life product. So really, really great platform, very simple and easy to use. Again, both these products have GUL options that you can dial down that death benefit guarantee to kind of fit that client scenario. Moving on to whole life options, of course, at the top, American National. What I like about American National in the whole life marketplace is not only can you use that product for final expense, you can also use it for maybe a larger death benefit. If you want to show $250,000 or $500,000 of whole life benefit, you can actually show that product on that non-med platform, again, up to $1 million of coverage. And of course, I know I've said it a couple times, it comes with living benefits at no additional cost. So if you're comparing it against any other whole life product, you can tell that client, look, this has the critical and the chronic illness rider, and of course, terminal included at no additional cost. 0 to 80 for non-smokers, and then you can actually go up to age 75 for smokers. So they also are really, really competitive in short pay scenarios. So if you want to show a larger lump sum going in the first couple of years, or maybe do a 10, 15, or 20 pay on that whole life product, there is unisex rates available on that limited pay whole life as well. So really great options with ANICO. In the middle there, Americo, we've got an Eagle Premier product issued all the way up to age 85. This is going to give you that point of sale approval with that simple telephone interview. Minimum face amount is just $2,000. So for anyone looking for final expense, if you want to get a quick, easy answer while you're on the phone with that client or in their home, use that Americo product. They've got other great products too in the final expense arena, as well as universal life you can use for some larger death benefits. This is a great product, especially if you're running into some guaranteed issue options. You can use that Americo product. Towards the bottom, Assurant. I do want to mention this is one of our best final expense products that we've rolled out this last couple of months here. There is a $150 bonus available only for Levinson agents. You basically have to write 3 applications. We'll send out that incentive. But what I love about Assurant is the underwriting is phenomenal. And they actually have 2 different products. They have the level benefit, which is immediate full death benefit for 100% of whatever the benefit is you're writing. Then they have a modified benefit, which is kind of a return of premium plan for clients that might have some medical issues. Now, normally when you're writing simplified final expense products, if you have a client that's less than standard or maybe has some medical issues, the carrier usually reduces the commission by about 20 to 40%. Assurant does not reduce any commissions, whether you write the level benefit or the modified benefit plan. So really a great product. They will go down to 5,000 up to 20,000 on that level product. And definitely if you're having some cases coming up when you need to quote final expense, look at Assurant. You can actually get that $150 bonus. Again, only available for Levinson agents. So some really great options there. Of course, we have probably about 3 dozen other final expense products, but these right now are kind of the top plans for quick, easy issue. Moving on to term life, again, we're seeing American National because they offer that non-med program up to $1 million on all their products. Their term rates, I think, are some of the best in the industry. When you run quotes on our website using our Universal Life Quote Engine, you'll see Anico come up usually in the top 5, of course, up to $1 million. And again, those living benefits are huge. You'll actually see American National compared to other products that may not have a living benefit rider. You'll see American National almost be the same or cheaper in a lot of scenarios. Towards the bottom here, Sagicor Life, again, that 2-minute underwriting decision, up to $1 million of coverage. You can even do e-delivery with Sagicor, which is great. So a lot of times you get the policy in the mail, you don't get paid until premium is collected, and you get that delivery receipt signed. With Sagicor, since everything is done online, you can do e-delivery. Minimum death benefit $50,000, and you can see the issue ages on the bottom here. You can really write up to $500,000 on a 65-year-old, completely non-medical, same-day approval using their e-application. So really great options for those term products. This is a great product here, disability. A lot of times we think of disability products and we think, oh, there's a lot of underwriting when it comes to financial underwriting or medical underwriting or maybe some exclusions. This product is part of our Sell While You Sleep platform. There is same-day approval. It is a client-driven e-application with e-delivery. So once you become appointed with this product, you actually get your own website, which you're seeing a screenshot of on the right-hand side, has your picture, your phone number, all of your information. Clients basically click to run a quote. They enter in their information. They go through the entire application process. They'll get a same-day approval, and they actually get an email that same day with a PDF of their policy. So very simple, straight-through processing. You can do up to $5,000 of monthly benefit. And I've kind of issued some of the benefits or the guidelines below. You can actually issue this up to age 60, and most of these simplified issue DI products only offer limited benefit periods, but this product actually allows us to do 1 year, 2 year, 5 year, all the way up to age 67, and you can go down to $500,000 of monthly benefit. So even for a client, that's looking for a smaller, maybe it's $750 or $1,000 a month, you can use this as a great option. Again, being able to use that client-driven process is amazing. You're going to save a lot of time. Clients can do it at 2, 3 in the morning whenever they want, and it really strengthens that entire process for that disability. Moving on here, accidental death. We always think of accidental death as kind of an ancillary product. If you have a client that doesn't qualify medically for anything, we've exhausted the guaranteed issue options. You can also add on accidental death. At the top here, Mutual of Omaha, they'll issue up to age 70. They'll go up to $500,000 of coverage, and you can actually add a return or premium rider that gives them all their benefit back. In the occurrence that they don't die as a result of an accident, they can get all their money back. So great option. There's an e-application, very fast. I've seen e-applications go in and approvals within about an hour because it is an accidental death product. On the bottom there, Assurity Life, they have AxiFlex issued up to age 60, up to $250,000. You can also add return or premium. In fact, Assurity has a same-day issue guarantee where if they don't issue the policy the same day and get you the approval, they actually send you $100. So a really great platform from Assurity. Both of these carriers, of course, scholarship approved, so you can give your clients that scholarship benefit. I'm going to turn it back over to Bill to jump into the Sell While You Sleep platform and some updates.
Good stuff, Joe. A lot of information you covered. So I hope everyone has some new sales ideas now, especially like guaranteed issue, final expense, scholarship, and even traditional term IUL, UL, whole life, very competitive premiums with same day turnaround there. So there's no more, gray area or you having to upsell the premium. This is a game changer, folks, in our industry. And if I was an agent out there on a retail level, I would be running with this stuff, especially, like that new American National So they have, with their e-application, 24-hour turnaround, traditional IUL whole life term with built-in living benefits, okay? Second to none right now, even as good, if not better, than, AGLA, LSW, all of the big names now, but with 24-hour turnaround, very high commissions, e-application, A-rated company. There's no more small print. So anyway, I'm very, very excited about this. Sell while you sleep. So just real quick, I have about 5 minutes left. I know we're running a little bit long here, which we tend to always do, but we have a lot to cover. Sell while you sleep. Now, when Joe says, yes, that disability product, it goes from $500 a monthly benefit to $5,000 of monthly benefit, no underwriting, same day issue. It's all done online with its client-driven capabilities. That doesn't mean that your client has to click and do it all themselves. That also could mean that you, being the agent, you can call your client, you can email them the link, stay on the phone with them and run them through the process, okay? Or if the client's in front of you, literally run the quote on your laptop, turn the laptop around, and do it together with your client. It's very easy, and most of those products are instant approval. So awesome, awesome stuff. This was unheard of 5+ years ago. So this is a huge plus now, and I guarantee moving into the future, in fact, I promise you, moving into the future, most of the smaller insurance products, smaller face amount and premium, will be sold just like the Sell While You Sleep platform. Hopefully on our platform. We're the first one at bat with this. In fact, we're going through the trademark registration process as we speak. Okay, so Sell While You Sleep now. If you already have your own website, great. Okay, we can literally get you up and running, have your own custom link, copy and paste it, and you are done. If you are using our free website builder, even better. Okay, there's a Sell While You Sleep section. In fact, you can see on the bottom right corner, it says Buy Now. There's a little blue button. Your client clicks there. All of the Sell While You Sleep products come up. They quote, apply online, done. You just made full commission. And it's only getting better. In fact, moving forward here, we have our brand new Sell While You Sleep products rolling out this month. So I'm going to go over this quickly, okay, because this is very premature. In fact, the official launch is September 14th at 2 p.m. Eastern time, if you want to jot that down. So these are all of the products that are on that client-driven e-app platform, including guaranteed issue critical illness, never been done before, right? Or you can go the traditional critical illness side. We have a new disability product. We have term life, all of the supplemental ancillary products. We have an accident product. Everything is going to be at your fingertips, available through your website or email blasts or social media pages, all free marketing. So this is how you need to start thinking moving into the future, folks. And we've done all of the homework for you, okay? Make sure you're on that launch webinar September 14th, because we are launching stuff that you have never seen before. It's the first time ever in the independent brokerage space. So great stuff there. Okay, moving forward, upcoming agent training events. Now, these are important because, we're talking about technology and, the website builder and the CRM tool. And I want to make sure that you're comfortable with just the basics at the minimum, or if you have an assistant that works with you, even better. Make sure that you both, or even your assistant, is on these calls, because we have our programmer on live. You can dive in, ask questions. It's a live call. You can go back and forth as many times as you would like until you're comfortable. So these trainings are every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern time every single week. Okay, as you can see, every day is assigned to a certain topic. but make sure you jot this down. It's also available if you want to check it out on our website. Just look at the training calendar and you can actually register for these various webinar classes online, okay? At the bottom here, this is very important, especially in, let's say, California, Texas, South Florida, especially foreign nationals, foreign travel underwriting niches. We are diving into a handful of carriers that specialize in this area. They have stuff that most of your competitors cannot get access to. So again, this is a great niche if you want to focus on foreign nationals, foreign travel. September 12th, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, we're going to dive in with our live host that specializes in this area. Okay, also real quick, don't forget that Sell While You Sleep training on the 14th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, also very important. Okay, we're just about done here. I know you're hanging in there, going a little long. Upcoming Levinson agent meetings. We are going to be live in person. We are here to shake hands and go over some core carriers and other niches here in our industry. So tomorrow we have our Levinson meeting. We're going to talk all about premium finance using a new IUL product and some neat new features with John Hancock. In fact, we'll have two of their VPs there. This is another big one. If you're in the Central Florida area, we would love to see you on the 21st. We're going to have Sagicor Life, Kansas City Life, both scholarship-approved carriers. We're going to be there talking about our latest technology. We'll show you videos. It's going to be really a great time, great breakfast meeting at both. So write down those dates. Tomorrow, 9 o'clock, and then the 21st of September, 9:30 a.m. All right, our last slide here. Now, I know I like to ramble and I get a little excited, but it's very important that you understand, A, we live and breathe. This is our passion, okay? And I hope it comes across like this. We're not painting a picture. We're not trying to be somebody else. This is what we eat, sleep, and breathe every single day. And the only way that we're all going to be successful, right? Us with recruiting, servicing our agents and helping them become more productive, and you making sure that your clients are taken care of with the best products, estate planning needs, whatever the case is. You have to be passionate about what you do. It's so important. Okay, and also with that said, I know we covered a lot of material today, and you saw a lot of carrier names. If you're already contracted, let's say you're not with Levinson, but maybe you want to take advantage of the scholarship program or some of the technology, and you want to move the contract over to us, take advantage of the cash for contracting incentive. You'll get anywhere between $100 and $400 cash with your next app. Plus, we match or beat your existing commission. So that coupon is on our website. Make sure to print it out and let us know today, and we will make sure that you are up and running. We're going to end with our Positive Tuesday quote. Your patience when you have nothing, and your attitude when you have everything shows your true colors. Let's all go out, be humble, love what we do, and wear it on your sleeve, folks, because it comes across good, bad, negative, indifferent. Like it or not, your clients feel the energy. With that said, have a great rest of the week, a good weekend, great selling. Take care.